Welcome, friends. Thank you so much for being here. My name's David, and as always, I'm excited to share another practice with you. And today's practice is focused on abundance. Now, I'm going to share a few quotes in a moment, but for those that are joining for the first time, this is a little stronger level class, so about a level 2 to 2-3. So do what you can. You don't have to do everything. Most important, this is about you learning how to connect with your body in your own unique way. So have fun with it, rest when you need to, take breaks when you need to. Nothing is mandatory, but most importantly, have fun with all of it. And for the topic of today, abundance. This comes up a lot for me. Different periods of our life will bring up different things for us as human beings. And there is definitely a period of my time where I felt like there was consistently this sense of lacking. There's this just not enough of this or not enough of that, or that perhaps I was lacking something. And what I found out more than anything is that something within just hadn't necessarily been turned on or looked at enough to see what was there. And I find that the yoga practice, or any mindfulness practice really, is a tool that we can use to look inward, to turn that light on, or to just simply acknowledge that that exists there all along. It's just that we've been overlooking it with another narrative of sorts. And so with the topic of abundance, it's the realization that there is an abundance of everything around us. There's abundance of love, there's abundance of anger, there's abundance of hate, there's an abundance of happiness and joy. There's an abundance of peace. But where our minds are at with it is what creates our alignment, either with that abundance of positivity or that abundance of negativity. And as Descartes said, and I say this a lot, I think, therefore I am. If we are unaware of what it is that we are thinking about on a regular basis, we begin to attract that which we think about consistently. And so if I'm constantly in this mindset of lack and not enough, or not a good, I'm not good enough for something, then I'm only going to continue to attract what is what's inside the parameters of what is good, rather than seeing that, it's all abundance here, and it's stepping into it rather than pushing it away. But it also is part of looking at what our conditioning of what abundance looks like. Because if it's not matching up with this idea that we hold inside of our head, well, then we're not going to see it as abundant. We're only going to see things as a problem, getting in the way of whatever that abundance may supposedly look like. And it's learning to step out of that more often than not. Because the more that we do that, the more that we see that there's abundance everywhere around us, we don't get caught up in that mental cycle of not enoughness, not good enoughness, lack and limitations and things of that nature. And I'm going to share some quotes. One is by Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith. He said, "There is a lie that acts like a virus within the mind of humanity. And that lie is, there's not enough good to go around. There's lack and there's limitation and there's just not enough. The truth is that there's more than enough good to go around. There's more than enough creative ideas. There's more than enough power. There's more than enough love. There's more than enough joy. All of this begins to come through a mind that is aware of its own infinite nature. There is enough for everyone. If you believe it, if you can see it, if you can act from it, it will show up for you. That's the truth." And when the mind becomes aware of its own infinite nature, remember, the mind is just created based off of every single experience we've had up until this point in time right now. And so with that, from time we can recognize to time right now, between that space, we've all had a finite number of experiences that we've been aware of. And whatever we've collected in that period of time is what we show up with today. But when we start to realize that the mind has an infinite nature all of on its own, we can begin to expand past old conditions, old ways of thinking, old ways of acting and being, and move forward more into a life of abundance that, yes, indeed, there is so much here to go around if we just open our eyes up and choose, ultimately, to look at it. So with that said, I have more quotes here, but I'll share more towards the end of the practice. I'd like to get going with this. So for today, we're going to start out in a child's pose. As we start in a child's pose, take your knees wide apart, bring the big toes to touch, drop the hips back towards the heels, and then crawl the hands out in front of you. As you crawl your hands out in front of you, let the forehead come down towards the ground. Feel the shoulders against the back. Take the knees a little further apart, and again, let your chest move down towards the ground. And as we arrive into our practice with a focus on abundance, let's let go of our day so far. Let go of our week, let go of our weekend, let go of anything that's coming up next. Remember, abundance is in the present. If we start to think about the past, we've now shut that down. Begin to focus on your breath. Focus on the inhales and the exhales. The flow of the breath in, the flow of the breath out, the depth of the breath, the pace of the breath, balance in the breath. And let's begin to breathe together. Please take a long, slow breath in. Fill your lungs up. And exhale, let it go. Deep breath in. Please fill your lungs up. Exhale, letting it go. Full breath in, fill lungs up. And exhale, let it go. Continue to breathe on your own. And as you breathe on your own, check in with your body. Observe how it feels. Any tension, tightness, soreness, anything that feels out of balance or out of alignment. And as we move through our practice, take breaks, breathe deep. Most importantly, let go and allow yourself to be present. Do what you can. Let's start to deepen the breath. Focusing on breath retention, please take a long, slow, deep breath in. Feel your chest expand, collarbones spread, long spine, shoulders down the back. Relax the face, lips, eyes, mouth, and forehead. Hold your breath at the top of the inhale. Exhale, let it go. Smooth breath in. Smooth breath out. And again, please take another long, slow, deep breath in. Feel the chest expand, collarbones spread, long spine, shoulders down the back, long neck. Relax the face, lips, eyes, mouth, and forehead, holding your breath at the top. Exhale, letting go. Smooth breath in. Exhale, letting go. One more time. Please take another long, slow, deep breath in. Feel the chest expand, collarbones spread, shoulders down the back, long spine, long neck. Relax the face, lips, eyes, mouth, and forehead. Hold your breath at the top of the inhale. Sip once, sip twice, sip 3 times. Hold your breath at the top of the inhale. Focus on an intention, see it happening, be clear and specific with it. Manifest your goal. Manifest abundance. It's already here. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, let it go. Smooth breath in. Smooth breath out. Let's do an Om together. Inhaling. Inhaling, fill lungs. And exhale, let it go. Rooting down through your palms. On an inhale, please shift forward into a tabletop position. Walk the knees in just a little bit. Shoulders over wrists, hips over the knees. Tuck your toes. So opening the hands wide, firm the inner elbows in. Let's move through cow and cat. On an inhale, pull the heart forward, look forward, cow. Exhale, chin to chest, round spine, cat. Inhale, cow pose, heart pulls forward. Exhale, cat pose, round spine, tuck tailbone. Inhale, cow, our heart pulls forward. Exhale, cat pose, round spine, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, cow pose, heart pulls forward. Exhale, cat pose, round spine, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, cow pose, heart pulls forward. Exhale, cat pose, round spine, tuck the tailbone. One more. Inhale, cow pose, heart pulls forward. And exhale, cat pose, round spine, tuck the tailbone. On the inhale, find a neutral spine. And on the exhale, please step your feet back into a plank position. Separate the feet about hips distance apart, so about a foot apart. Shoulders are over the wrists, the hips are over the knees, the spine is long, crown of the head reaching forward. And as we hold here, reaching the top of the head forward, just breathe into the shape that you're creating. We're going to add on. Steve Maraboli said, plant seeds of happiness, hope, success, and love. It will all come back to you in abundance. This is the law of nature. On an inhale, float the right foot up off the ground. Exhale, right knee to the right elbow. Inhale, extend the legs back, hips stay low. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, take it back. And exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend right leg back. Lower the right foot down. Floating left foot, inhale. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, back. Exhale, knee to elbow. And inhale, back. Exhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. On the inhale, extend back. Exhale, left foot down. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower knees, lower chest, lower chin to the ground. Untuck your toes, slide the hands underneath your shoulders. On an inhale, peel the heart up, lift the chest up, cobra pose. Exhale, lower the chest down. Inhale, smoothly lift up, find a little lift in the navel. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering down. And inhale, lifting up. Pause here. Float your hands up off the ground. As you float the hands up off the ground, float the feet, float the thighs up off the ground. Try to lift the chest up a little bit more. Try to lift the front rib cage up. Hold here for 5. Hands open wide. 4, lift a little higher. 3, lift a little more. 2, take a full breath in. Exhale, lowering down smoothly to the ground. Slide the hands back by the low ribs. Tuck your toes, press the heels back. Smoothly on an inhale, press up, plank position. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dogs. Take a long, slow breath in. Fill lungs up. And exhale, let it go. Deep breath in. Fill lungs up. And exhale, let it go. Walk your feet in about 3 feet. Root down through your palms. On an inhale, take the left hand to the outer right calf. And on the exhale, roll your spine underneath to the right. Press the right hand away. As you press the right hand in the ground, both heels press down towards the floor. Smooth, long, deep breath in. And exhale, twist and rotate. Slowly lower the left hand down. We'll switch right hand to the outer left calf. Take a full breath in. Exhale, bend the elbow, twist into it, look underneath the left arm. And as you press out of your left shoulder, deep inhale. Exhale, turn and twist, pull yourself in. Taking one more, inhaling. And exhale, pull yourself in. Release the right hand down towards the mat. As you release the right hand down, let's go slow. On an inhale, roll the spine forward, articulating the spine, plank position. Exhale, bend elbows, lower halfway. Press back up. Inhale, plank. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dogs. 2 more. Inhale, roll spine forward, plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Elbows draw in. Press back up. Inhale, plank. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, roll spine forward, plank. Exhale, shift forward, bend elbows, lower halfway. Press back up. Inhale, plank. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dogs. Long, slow, smooth breath in. Exhale, let it go. On an inhale, high on tiptoes, bend knees, look between the hands. At the base of the exhale, step or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. We lengthen our spines. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press to rise, reach upwards and our palms touch. Exhale, hands to our heart center. Drop the chin down towards the chest, closing the eyes, revisiting your intentions for your practice today. Take a long, slow, deep breath in, fill lungs up. Sip in a little bit more air. See your intentions happening. Then exhale, release the breath. Arms along the sides, gaze is forward. Inhale, arms reach up and extend. Exhale, forward fold, hands, fingertips to the ground. Inhale, half lift, lengthen spines. Exhale, plant the hands, step your feet back into a plank position. On the inhale, shift forward in your plank. Exhale, bend elbows, lower halfway, chaturanga. Roll over the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobras. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dogs. Deep breath in, fill lungs up. Exhale, let it go. On the inhale, high on tiptoes, bend knees, look between the hands. Base of the exhale, step or float the feet forward. Inhale, half lift, lengthen spines. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press to rise, reach upwards, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, arms reach up, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold, hands, fingertips down to the ground. Inhale, half lift, lengthen spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float the feet back, lower halfway, chaturanga. Back bending, inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, fill lungs up. Exhale, letting it go. Inhale, high on tiptoes, bend knees, look between the hands. Base of your exhale, step or float the feet forward. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press to rise, reach upwards and our palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, chair pose, get low in the hips. Exhale, forward fold, hands, fingertips down to the ground. On an inhale, half lift, lengthen spine. Exhale, plant the fingertips, step your left foot back, runner's lunge, micro bend the left knee. On an inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, arms reach. Exhale, hands to the heart, twist it to your right. Inhale, rise back up, reach, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart, twist it to your right. Inhale, rise back up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the heart, twist it to your right. Pause here, bend into your right knee, press your left heel back, elongate through your spine, inner arch of the right foot pressing down. Maybe look over the right shoulder for 3, 2, 1. Press through your right foot, use the core. Inhale, come up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down towards the ground. Step your left foot forward, forward folds. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, chair pose, low in your hips. Exhale, press to rise, come up. Hands to the heart center, samastitihi. Inhale, chair pose, we get low in our hips. Exhale, forward fold, hands, fingertips to the ground. Inhale, half lift, lengthen spine. Exhale, plant the fingertips, step your right foot back, micro bend the right knee. Rooting through your left foot. On an inhale, please rise, crescent lunge, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to our hearts, we twist to our left, right tricep, left thigh. Inhale, rise back up and reach, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the heart, We twist it to our left. Right elbow, left thigh. Inhale. Rise back up. Crescent lunge. Exhale. Hands to the heart. We twist it to our left. Right tricep, left thigh. Pause here. Press your right heel back. Right thigh lifts. Bend into your left knee. Rotate your right rib cage to the left. Look over your left shoulder for 3, 2, and 1. Pressing down through your left foot. Inhale. Smoothly rise back up. Crescent lunge. Exhale. Hands to the ground. Step your right foot forward. Forward folds. Inhale. Half lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, chair pose, low in the hips. Exhale, press to rise. Come up. Hands at the heart center. Samastitihi. Let's do some core. Inhale, chair pose, low in the hips. Exhale, come all the way down to the buttocks. Navasana, boat pose. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Lower. Lift. 8 lower, lift. 7 lower, lift. 6 lower, lift. 5 lower, lift. 4 lower, lift. 3 lower, lift. 2 lower, lift. 1 lower, and lift. Hold here. Reach your arms forward, lengthen through the legs any amount for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down towards the ground. Bring the knees into your chest. Take a full breath in. Exhale with bent knees. Lower your feet down towards the ground. Arms along the sides. Moving the hips with the breath. Inhale, lift hips up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And lower. 5, lift. Lower down. 4, lift. Lower down. 3, lift. Lower down. 2, lift. Lower down. 1, lift. Pause here. Interlace the hands underneath you. Work the shoulder blades underneath. And then press the forearms down. As you press through your left foot, take your right leg upwards. Flex the right foot. Hold for 5. Lift the hips higher. 4, 3, 2. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Lower the right foot down. Keep the hips lifted. Switch the interlace of the hands underneath you. And then again, work your shoulder blades underneath. Rooting through your right foot. Take your left leg upwards towards the sky. Hold here for 5. Leg is straight. 4, 3, 2. Full breath in. Exhale. Bend the left knee. Left foot down. Release the hands. Lower the buttocks towards the ground. Interlace the hands behind the back of the head. Elbows wide apart. With your elbows wide apart, let's do 30 crunches here. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Lower. 29. Lower. 28. Lower. 27. Lower. 26. Lower. 25. Lower. 24. Lower. 23. Lower. 22. Lower. 21. Lower. 20. Lower. 19. Lower. 18. Lower. 17. Lower. 16. Lower. 15. Lower. 14. Lower. 13. Lower. 12. Lower. 11. Lower. 10. Lower. 9. Lower. 8. Lower. 7. Lower. 6. Lower. 5. Lower. 4. lower, 3, lower, 2, lower, 1, lower down. As you lower down, take the hands, place them underneath the buttocks, just a little bit more core here. Knees in. Let's do some leg extensions. Inhale, legs extend. Exhale, knees bend. 19, knees bend. 18, knees bend. 17, knees bend. 16, knees bend. 15, knees bend. 14, knees bend. 13, knees bend. 12, knees bend. 11, knees bend. 10, knees bend. 9, knees bend. 8, knees bend. 7, knees bend. 6, knees bend. 5, knees bend. 4, knees bend. 3, knees bend. 2, knees bend. 1, knees bend. Hug both knees into your chest. Take a full breath. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. All right. Let's begin to rock up and down the length of our spines. Rocking up and down so much. Start to get some momentum. And then when you're ready, rock onto your feet. Come into a chair pose. Get low in the hips. Inhale, our palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Hands, fingertips to the ground. Inhale, half lift, lengthen spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop the feet back, lower halfway, bend elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dogs. Deep breath in, fill lungs up. And exhale, let it go. And inhale, take your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to the right tricep. Pause here. So you can stay here if you want. You can come up onto your left fingertips if you'd like. Keep the right heel moving to your right buttocks. Maybe you take your left hand to the right shoulder. Hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand down, right leg up and back. Inhale. Exhale, right knee to the outer right shoulder. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot to the outside of the right hand. Get low in the hips. So as we get low in the hips, you can walk your hands forward. Inner right knee presses against the right shoulder. Sit the hips, pelvis, forward and down. Different options for different people. Maybe we stay here. We can come down onto our forearms. If you're looking for a little bit more today, maybe you're working your right shoulder underneath the right knee. So the right hand is now on the outside of the right foot. Keep the spine reaching forward. Keep pressing to the right foot. Maybe you bind it up. Left arm, right arm behind the back. Hold here for 5, 4. Lift your chest up. 3, 2. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, plant the hands on the ground to the inside of the foot. On an inhale, sweep the right leg up and back. Open up the right hip. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Left heel down, heel to heel alignment. Inhale, rise. Warrior 1. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Split the arms, adjust the feet, heel to arch alignment. Inhale, flip your right palm, reverse. Left hand, left thigh, reach it up and back. Exhale, side angle, right elbow, right thigh. Left arm reaches and extends. Inhaling, reverse. Left hand, left thigh, right arm reaching up and back. Exhale, side angle, will hold. Right hand to the inside of the right foot to the floor or a block. Left arm reaching upwards. Maybe we stay here. Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. Maybe the left arm wraps behind the back into a half wrap, reaching for the inner right thigh. Maybe you come into a full bind. Right hand, left hand connect. Find your bind, lift your right rib cage up, firm your right hip underneath you, look over the left shoulder for 5, 4, 3, 2, take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the bind, right hand down, left arm upwards. Inhale, reverse, left hand, left thigh, right arm sweeps up and back. Exhale, windmill the hands down towards the ground, runner's lunge. On an inhale, roll to the outside edges of the feet, our right arm reaches upwards. And on the exhale, step your right foot back to meet the left, take your right arm forward. Inhale, left hip touches down, right arm back. Exhale, lift left hip, right arm forward. 4 more. Inhale, left hip down, right hand back. Exhale, lift hip, right arm forward. 3 more. Inhale, left hip down, right arm back. Exhale, lift up, right hand forward. 2 more. Inhale, left hip down, right arm back. Exhale, lift up, reach right hand forward. 1 more. Inhale, left hip down, right hand back. Exhale, lift up, right arm forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, right hand down, lower halfway down, Chaturanga. Back bend. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dogs. Take a deep breath in, fill lungs up. Exhale, let it go. On an inhale, lift your left leg high, 3-legged dogs. Exhale, left knee to the left tricep, pause here. Press down to the left hand. This feels good, maybe come onto the right fingertips. Maybe right hand to the left shoulder for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand down, left leg up and back, inhale. Exhale, left knee, outer left shoulder. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, quietly step your left foot to the outside edge of your left hand. Get low in the hips. So as we sit our hips forward and down, maybe you walk your hands forward. See how that feels. And if that feels good, you can lower down to your forearms, or some of us, we're going to keep the spine long here. We'll take the left shoulder underneath the left knee, left hand to the outside of the left foot. You can hang out here, elongating through your spine, or find your bind. Right arm wraps behind the back, left hand and right hand for 5, 4, 3, 2, take a deep breath in. Exhale, return the hands down towards the ground wherever you're at. Plant the hands on the inside of the left foot. On an inhale, sweep the left leg up and back. Open up the hip. Then on the exhale, step your left foot between the hands. Right heel down, heel to heel alignment. On an inhale, please rise, warrior 1. Arms reach up. Exhale, warrior 2. Split the arms, adjust the feet, heel to arch. Inhale, flip your left palm, reverse, right hand, right thigh. Exhale, side angle, left elbow, left thigh, right arm reaches and extends. Inhaling, reverse, right hand, right thigh, left arm reaches up and back. Then on the exhale, side angle pose, left hand down to the floor or to a block, right arm reaching upwards. So inner left knee, left tricep, press the 2 together, stack the shoulders, lean back, and you can stay here, or maybe the right arm wraps behind the back, reaching for the inner left thigh. Maybe you find a bind again, left arm wraps underneath the left leg, lift your chest up, lean back, look over the right shoulder. 5, outside edge of the right foot presses down. 4, keep bending into your left knee. 3, firm the left hip underneath you. 2, take a deep breath in. Exhale, release, left hand down, right arm up. Inhaling, reverse, right hand, right thigh. Left arm reaches up and back. And on the exhale, windmill the hands down towards the ground, runner's lunge. On an inhale, roll to the outside edges of the feet. Left arm reaches upwards. And on the exhale, step your left foot back to meet the right. Side plank. Reach your left hand forward. Take an inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, right hip down, left arm back. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, back. 3 more. Inhale, lift and reach forward. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift hip, reach forward. Exhale, left hand back, hip down. And this time, inhale, lift up and reach. Take a full breath in. Exhale, left hand down, plank position. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobras. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dogs. Smooth breath in. Exhale, let it go. On an inhale, high on tiptoes, bend knees, look between the hands. Base of the exhale, step or float your feet forward. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, chair pose. Low in our hips. And exhale, press to rise. Come all the way up. Hands to heart center. Samastitihi. Inhale, chair pose. Get low in the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Hands, fingertips down. Inhale, half lift, lengthen spine. Exhale, plant the hands, knees to the triceps or armpits. Begin to shift the weight forward. Maybe lift 1 heel, lift 2 heels, crow pose or crane pose. Hold here for 5, press the ground away. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back, jump back, shoot it back, move it through a vinyasa. Downward facing dogs. Deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. On an inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Arms reach upwards. Exhale, fold in halfway. On the inhale, look forward. Exhale, warrior 3, lift the left foot up off the ground. Left heel pressing back, top of the head reaching forward, straightening through the right standing leg. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, standing forward splits on our right leg. So you may need to adjust your feet a little bit. Let the head hang. Lift your left leg high. Press down through your right foot. So maybe you stay here today, working on tight hamstrings. Maybe you're working on your balance on your foot. So you can walk your hands back to your ankle. You can wrap the hands and forearms behind the back of the right leg if that feels good. Or maybe you're walking your hands forward, planting your palms, root down to the palms. Maybe you're getting a little hang time. Kick up, take the left leg upwards towards the sky. Maybe you find your handstand. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower the feet down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step or float the feet back. Move it through vinyasa. Then we'll meet in downward facing dogs.
hips up and back. Full breath in. And exhale, let it go. All right. On an inhale, take your left leg high, three-legged dogs. Exhale, look forward, step your left foot forward, runner's lunge. On an inhale, arms reach up, crescent lunge. Exhale, fold in halfway, arms sweep back along the sides. Rooting through your left foot, inhale, look forward. Exhale, float onto your left foot, warrior three. Right heel pressing back, crown of the head reaching forward, arms reaching back along the sides for 5, 4, 3, 2, lengthen left leg, deep breath in. Exhale, lower the hands to the ground, standing forward splits on your left leg. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold it in. So as you fold it in, lift your right leg high. Maybe you're content right here, and that's a big piece of the practice, is being content. Working on opening the left hamstring, maybe you walk your hands back to your left ankle. Maybe wrapping the forearms behind the back of the left leg, keep straightening the left leg. Or walk your hands forward, plant the palms. Maybe you're working on kicking up on this side. Balance it out. Kick up, have some fun, see what your body needs today. As you kick up, find the balance. Hold here, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take a full breath in. Exhale, lower it down. Forward fold to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, chair pose. Get low in the hips. Then exhale, lower your buttocks all the way down. Separate your feet. So walk the feet out in front of you, about 1.5 feet. Walk your hands back. Fingertips point forward. As your fingertips point forward, firm the elbows in, root through the soles of the feet. On an inhale, lift your hips up, look upwards. Exhale, take the hips towards your heels. Inhale, shift the hips back, lengthen through the legs, buttocks off the ground. Exhale, bend the knees, lift your hips. Take a full breath in, reverse tabletop. Exhale, hips to your heels. Inhale, hips under the shoulders. Exhale, bend knees, lift your hips. One more. Inhale, lift hips. Exhale, hips to your heels. Inhale, hips underneath your shoulders. Exhale, bend knees, lift the hips. Take a full breath in. Exhale, lower the buttocks down. Take your legs out in front of you. Shake the legs out. Flex your feet. On an inhale, arms reach upwards, staff pose. Exhale, lean and reach out and over the legs. Seated forward folds. Inhaling, half lift. And exhale, fold it in. And as you fold it in, breathe. Anthony Robbins, or Tony Robbins, said, "When you are grateful, fear disappears and abundance appears." Alexandra Kate said, "Summoning gratitude is a sure way to get our life back on track. Opening our eyes to affirm gratitude grows the garden of our inner abundance, just as standing close to a fire eventually warms our heart." Long, slow, deep breath in. Exhale, fold in. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold in. breath in. Exhale, fold in. With your next inhale, lift the chest up, shake your legs out. All right, let's cross our legs. As we cross our legs, we're going to come into a progressive hip opener here. We're going to go into a single leg, be a double pigeon in just a moment. But first we use Sukhasana as a way to help open the hips up by just crossing the legs. Place the hands on the knees, palms face down, and just circle your head out. Roll your shoulders out. Circle your spine out. Go for 5. 4. 3. 2. And remember the direction in which you're circling. 1. With your next inhale, please come up. And then from here, I'd like us to stack. I'm not going to mirror, so just follow along. Stack your right ankle the best you can on the left knee, and then bring your left foot just a little further forward. So you can kind of see what's happening. And when I first did this posture, when I first started, my body was all like this. So that's normal to start out in a little bit of an uncomfortable position, especially if we have tight hips. But we want to try to stack our knees. And what this is doing is it's pulling the IT bands, the piriformis muscle, and a few of your glutes to start pulling away from the hip socket to create more of that traction. Flex your feet. Breathe into the shape. If it doesn't quite stack, that's okay. We're not here to force it. If you know any other hip openers, like a thread the needle pose or a single leg pigeon pose, feel free to come into that. If you're coming into a double pigeon, the posture I'm doing, start to walk your hands forward and just try to let the hips relax. Focus on the hips, focus on the sensation in the hips. And allow them to relax, breathe into them. And so this posture is paramount if you're looking to get into a full lotus pose. Hold for 5. 4. 3. 2. Long, slow, deep breath in. Exhaling. Keep holding. The best way to describe this, if you ever pet like a nervous dog before, it takes some time to before it opens up to you. So it's the same thing. Just take your time with this. Just gently pet it. And by pet it, I mean just relax into your body. Trust your body. It's going to be okay. And with your next inhale, walk the hands back in. And then let's uncross the legs, shake the legs out. Oh, feels good. And then let's come into a cross-seated position again. This time the other shin's on top. So my left shin's on top this time. Hands on knees, palms face down, lift chest, inhale. And exhale, circle the head in the opposite direction. And the more hip openers that we do in practice, the less back pain we'll typically have too, because the back, the glutes, the hamstrings, the groin, the pelvis, the abs, the connectivity between all of them, they're not separate. And so when one is stronger than the other, or one side is a little bit out of balance, then we start to feel this through the structure of the hips, pelvis region, as well as into our lower backs. Circle the spine out. I'm going to give you an example. I have a little bit of, I experience a little bit of back tension from time to time. And a lot of it too is just because especially with all the COVID going on, I've been teaching more than usual. So I'll definitely feel it in my back some days, but a lot of it's carried in my hips because I stand a lot and I load my hip joints a lot. So at the end of the day, I have to stretch my hips out because of that. Go for 5. 4. But after the hip stretches, I notice that the pain significantly goes down. 3. And also, I don't do Tylenols or any medications. I prefer to do the non-pharmaceutical route if I can. Not against it, just not there yet. With the next inhale, slowly come up. And exhale, let it go. And let's take our right foot a little further forward. Again, I'm not mirroring here. Then do the best you can. Try to stack your left ankle over on the right knee. If that doesn't quite happen, that's okay. If you find that the foot's slipping over, then that's an okay hip stretch too. If you came into another specific hip stretch, but we want to eventually build towards this posture. Some people actually like to place a block underneath the knee too, if that feels good for you, or a cushion. There's lots of different ways to do the pose, so don't get caught up in having to mimic exactly what you see on a screen, or if you go to a class, don't get caught up in what the teacher's doing. They may have been practicing for a while. They may have a dance background, okay? It's all about your body and where you're at. Allow the left knee to gently lower down, and as you relax and breathe deeper, it will naturally start to do that. Walk your hands forward. Now the thing is if you try to do this pose too early in your practice, you run the risk of knee injury. And I suffered for probably 2 years because I was going into full lotuses when my body wasn't able to, but I forced the position into my body. So it really messed with my knees, and that also started messing with my back a little bit. So make sure you're doing what you can today, but don't go 100% if it's not feeling 100%. And walk the hands forward. And that's really about anything in life too. You got to relax into it, not tense yourself into it. Because if you try to tense yourself into something, it usually doesn't bode too well. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. With your next inhale, take a full breath in. And exhale, walk your hands back in, lift your chest up. Good. Uncross the legs. Now the direction we will eventually go with this posture is either a half lotus or a full lotus. So come into your original cross-seated position, and you're going to take your right foot to the groin. And this would be an example of a half lotus, where the foot comes up here, and then you flex the right foot around the left thigh. Now, if we have tight hips, if we have tight knees or tension in this area, also if there's a lot of adipose tissue or fatty tissue, that may prevent the foot from hooking over here. That's okay. Remember, yoga is more than poses. This is just one pose. If you wanted to go on from here, you can take your left foot and hook it over the right, like so. All right? So then you can come into a full lotus pose and sit here, flexing through both feet, hands on the knees. The other option, for those that feel like playing around a little bit today, there's a pose called Kukatasana, okay? And it is an arm balance that you use with this. So you'll come into this pose, You'll come up onto the knees, walk the hands forward. You'll press down through your palms and lift your knees up off the ground and find the arm balance. Holding for 5. See if you can try it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down. Uncross the legs. Shake the legs out. I know, there's so many different circus tricks in yoga. But your body will naturally learn to come in. There's tons of poses I can't do, and I'm not willing to do right now. But remember, don't limit yourself wherever you're at. Let's go over to the other side with that. We'll do the left leg first. Left foot hooks to the right thigh. Knee comes down. And then maybe you hook your right foot over. So we come into the reverse with the legs. Lift the chest up. Again, this takes time to come into this pose, so don't feel the pressure to just, I'm not a good yogi if I don't come into this stuff. There's an abundance of poses that are out there. Do what you can. Another variation that we can work with, you can use your fingertips or your palms. You can start to lift upwards and find the balance, and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, lowering down. I had to lower a little bit early. My thumb was there. All right. From here, uncross your legs. Shake the legs out. And let's make our way onto our backs. As you make your way onto your backs, bring your knees into your chest. Take a full breath in. Exhale. Happy baby pose. Rock it side to side. As you rock it side to side, breathe into your lower back. Good. Then we'll bring our knees into our chest. As we bring our knees into our chest, lengthen your left leg forward. Right knee hugs in. Flex both feet. Inhale. Exhale, twist to your left, right arm reaches to the right shoulder relaxes down, collarbone spread. Long, slow, deep breath in. Exhale, turn and twist. Deep breath in. Exhale, turn and twist. And full breath in. Exhale, turning and twisting. And whether you're a student or a teacher that's taking this class, if you looked at the sequence, we did a lot of different hip opening and twisting in order to get into our backs as well as our hips in order to start to work towards these postures. Sequencing is such an important part of the final postures that we do. With your next inhale, bring the right knee back into your chest. Bring your left knee into your chest. Switch sides. Right leg goes forward. Left knee in. Full breath, inhale. And exhale, twist it over to your right side. Left arm goes out to the left. Left palm face up. Collarbone spread. Deep breath in. Exhale, twisting. Full breath in. Exhale, twisting, rotating. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, twisting. Beautiful, everyone. With your next inhale, please bring your left knee back into your chest. Bring your right knee into your chest. We'll give ourselves one final hug and a squeeze. Please take a deep breath in, fill lungs up. Sip in a little bit more air. Hug it all together into a tight ball. And on the exhale, release everything down towards the ground. Shavasana. And as you close your eyes for your Shavasana, today I'll play a little bit of music. A
Allow yourself to be here, let go, be at ease. Head, face, lips, eyes, mouth, spine, arms relax. Chest opens, belly relaxes, hips, abdomen, entire back releases. Legs, feet, toes relax. Shavasana. Bringing awareness to your breath, awareness to your body, to the inhales and exhales. Begin to lightly move the fingers and toes, and Circle out the wrists and ankles. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Turning your head to the left and right. And with the deepest, longest inhales all day, please reach the arms up and over your head. Give yourself a long stretch. And on the exhale, release the arms along the sides. And placing a gentle bend in your knees, please roll over to your left side. And as you roll to your left side, use your right hand, press yourself up, and come into a comfortable seated position. As we come into a comfortable seated position, place both hands over the heart, lift the chest up. Abundance. Marianne Williamson said, as long as we remain vigilant at building our internal abundance, an abundance of integrity, an abundance of forgiveness, an abundance of service, an abundance of love, then external lack is bound to be temporary. Integrity, forgiveness, service, and love. Friends, it's all about trusting the process. We may have come into this world under conditions that were less than ideal, but it is our work through this lifetime, and also perhaps to teach others through this lifetime, that abundance through our own example does exist. And that's where we just keep coming back to the mat and practicing, and if we don't have a mat, then we walk out into day-to-day life and practice that self-integrity, that self-forgiveness, forgiveness of others, that service towards others, and practice love for love's sake. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Let's finish with an Om. Inhale. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, bow the head down towards the hands. Just honoring yourselves today, your practices for showing up on your mats. We honor all of our friends, families, loved ones, and supporters. In gratitude for the many gifts, blessings, and of course the abundance that's in our lives, let us open our eyes to see it and let go of those old conditions that prevent us from seeing it. And in gratitude to the many teachers and guides that walked long before us, who passed along these practices we call yoga. Releasing the hands down, opening the eyes, lifting your chins. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I appreciate all of you. Please know that this is just as much my work, too, so I don't sit up here saying, do this, do this. I know the work I have to do, but I know that it's such good work when we learn to connect to it. And so it's not denying ourselves of the work, but it is giving ourselves this time and this opportunity to truly see. And I promise you, I will always do this work so long as I'm teaching classes. And I'm always open to feedback too. If I'm doing something wrong or not in alignment, then please say something to me, and I will look at that and do the best I can to change too. Because your abundance is my abundance, and vice versa. We all share the same space together. I thank you so much for your time. I appreciate all of you. Have a beautiful